My name's Kirsten. Welcome back to Laundry Chats. I'm a mom to an 8-month-old, and I'm just coming on to share some things about my life and different topics that I believe in as a mother. Today I want to talk about co-sleeping. I put something up on my Instagram. My Instagram handle is the same as my YouTube, Kirsten Laundry, same as on TikTok. I put something up just asking moms what are some things they wanted to hear about, either in motherhood, girlhood, raising kids, attachment styles of kids, anything really. And someone put about co-sleeping. I really believe in co-sleeping when it is appropriate for you and your baby. So I wanted to share a bit about how I co-sleep. I've been very open with it on TikTok. I've received a lot of backlash for it on TikTok, and I've received a lot of support and community expression of gratitude that I talk about it on TikTok. So I wanted to kind of come on here and talk about it in a bit of a longer format, because obviously on TikTok it's very short form content that I'm doing. So I wanted to expand on it here for you guys. If you're coming over from TikTok, hello! My daughter White is 8 months old, and we have been co-sleeping since night 1. Did I know I was going to co-sleep? No. I had a bassinet. I had a bedside bassinet. I thought I was going to bassinet train because that's all I thought you could do. I thought that was all it was. I also fell into that trap of hearing that co-sleeping is so dangerous, you should never do it, that it was awful and bad. And I believed that because that's all I had seen. Once I had started looking into it myself, because I had started to see more people talking about doing it, I was like, well, what's the deal with it? So I asked around. I talked to my mom, who's my first go-to for everything, because I am a huge believer in, I think, trusting your village. Like, you can read all this stuff online, but I think that if you have a village that you trust and you believe in their mindsets and their purpose, that's also a trusted source to look to. So I talked to my mom. I said, did you co-sleep? Did you bassinet train with us? What did you do? And she said that she co-slept with me and my older sister up until we were 6 months old. And I asked her, why did you stop at 6 months? She said, just because you guys started to need your own space to sleep. If any movement happened, you would wake up. You'd want more space to move without feeling someone next to us. And that's why she then cribbed. Sorry, my daughter just farted. That's why she moved us to cribs, was we just were expressing to her that we needed more space for ourselves. She expressed how much she loved co-sleeping though, and wished that it had lasted longer, but it was just what we needed, and so she moved us to cribs. From that, I started to look into it more myself and ask my other family members. I asked my aunt if she had co-slept, and she said she didn't intend to, but it would happen sometimes. And she wished she learned how to safely co-sleep before she decided to do it or not to do it, because there wasn't a lot of information out there, unfortunately. It was very frowned upon. No one taught you how to do it. And I think we all know from sex education, abstinence doesn't work. Abstinence is just teaching, if you're going to do it, no one's going to teach you how to do it right, and no one's going to teach you to do it safely. So I kind of looked into it more, and I was like, okay, like I guess there is safe ways to do it. I didn't look into like the Safe Sleep 7 because I didn't know that was a thing yet, but I still thought I'm gonna bassinet train. White was born. She was born in the middle of the morning, like at 5 a.m. So obviously I had some time before nighttime came around. Nighttime came, and me and my husband came up to bed. We didn't have this second bed here. We just had our queen size bed facing forward, how it usually does, in a normal room. And I was like, what do I do? How do I put a baby to sleep? Like, I hadn't thought about this yet, right? My mom said, I lay her down and you put your arm up. Like, I cuddled with you guys and you guys went to sleep. I fed you guys to sleep and it worked wonders. And I went, okay, that's what my mom did. I trust my mom. She's a great resource for me. I trust her judgment. I trust her research. She's a very research-based woman. And not just what the research says, but going to the data and looking at the data that the research is going off of. So I trusted her. And I didn't even think to look up safe sleep stuff. I guess I should have, but in my instinct, I thought, okay, if I'm laying in bed, I don't want to roll over on her. So I should put my arm up That way I can't roll, right? That's part of Safe Sleep 7. It's actually so that the baby can't scoot under anything. But I thought then I can't roll, and I thought I'll stay on my side and I'll put my legs up so that she can't move, and it kind of gives her a safe barrier. And those were just instinctive things that I felt would have been safe. I said, okay, she needs to be on this outside so she's not between me and my husband, and she can't have a blanket on her because that could be unsafe. I think someone on TikTok actually commented about asking how I co-sleep, and I looked up co-sleeping positions on Google Images, and it brought up C-curl, and then it brought me to Safe Sleep 7. And that's when I actually learned more about it, and I realized I was already doing everything that the Safe Sleep 7 and the co-sleeping guidelines suggest for it, instinctively off of what my body said this would feel safe to have a newborn in my bed with me, which was really, I think it made me trust my instincts really well. Like, it really made me feel, I don't know if justified's the word, but it made me feel like I could trust myself because I clearly was doing what felt safe correctly. So after that, we have been co-sleeping. It started to get where I would start to get squished between me and my husband. So I said, let's turn our bed. So obviously this is the head of the bed. Traditionally, this would be the head and that would be the foot. We just took our bed and turned it sideways. So it's now sideways on our bed. And then because we needed a bit more foot room, we took a twin size mattress, and we have a twin size mattress here. That way my husband can be here. He has about a third of the bed, and me and White have 2/3 of the bed here. That way I can put her to sleep here. I can move a bit away if I want to, like, be on my phone while she's sleeping and I'm putting her to bed. I can, like, before I'm ready to go to bed, I can sit on my phone, and then I can curl back up to her if needed. It also gives us more space because we breastfeed and we feed to sleep. It gives me more space. That way I can put her to sleep in the middle, but she's not near my husband. I'm up for a couple more hours, and then when I'm ready to go to sleep, I can move her to the far side where it's safer, and then breastfeed on the other side. And then when my husband leaves the bed in the morning, because he gets up quite earlier than we do, I can then move her back into the center of the bed and breastfeed again on that other side. That way they get drained equally, and it's safer. We have more space. So there's lots of resources out there. Obviously, I highly recommend that you look into the Safe Sleep 7 and the cuddle curl position. Trust your instincts. Look into it. If you look into countries that have safe sleeping higher, Japan has the highest rate of co-sleeping and the lowest infant injury, I'll say. I don't know what YouTube will let me say when it comes to co-sleeping. I think that co-sleeping in silence is not safe at all. Co-sleeping in silence just breeds lack of education and lack of safety. Co-sleeping is something that needs to be taught, because even if you don't plan on doing it, it's very easy to fall asleep while you're nursing at night. If you get up to nurse, it's very easy to have the baby in an unsafe position while you nurse. It's very easy to think, oh, I'll just do it this time, and not know how to because you're so tired and you're not thinking clearly. Co-sleeping, I don't think breeds a bad habit. I get a lot of questions on, well, when are you going to have her in the bed till? Probably till whenever she wants. Even if we have a second child that she's still in the bed with, we're going to find a safe way to do it. Whether she's on the mattress down here, whether me and the other baby are on the mattress down here and she's up here. I don't really have an end in mind. I think it's more of, if she starts to need more space, then I'm happy to transition her, but I really have no end in mind, and I don't feel like I have any rush to do it. We're very comfortable in bed. She cuddles with me all night. She knows I'm there with her. I know that she's safe. I can hear her. My body will wake up. I caught a fever one time at 2 a.m. that she was getting, and I was able to immediately take action to help her. I can hear if she's coughing. I can hear if she pukes. Any movement, really. Like, it also allows her, hi, beautiful girl. She sleeps through the night and breastfeeds all night, so that gives us both really good sleep. So I don't really have an end in mind. I'm kind of happy to go until she tells me that she's done. I think that co-sleeping also gives you a beautiful bond. Like, it's that time she always knows I'm gonna be there. She's not waking up crying, going, where's my mom, and not knowing where I am. Like, I really like the attached parenting style. And I really want to continue with attached parenting. That's something that I've always believed in. And obviously every parent is going to do that differently. Just because you don't or can't co-sleep doesn't mean you're not good at attached parenting. I do also know that co-sleeping is not safe for everyone. I have family that they are deep sleepers, very deep sleepers. And even with the hormones that women's bodies produce when they have babies to kind of keep them partially awake while they're sleeping, it probably wouldn't be safe for them to co-sleep because they sleep so heavily. So I do think it's something that you have to know personally if it's something good for you and your family, and to trust your instincts. If you really feel like you wouldn't be able to, have your partner watch you guys for the first half of the night to see if it goes safely, and then put them in the bassinet so your partner can sleep. Test out different ways to know if it's something safe for you guys before you commit to it if you're unsure, and definitely look into what's safe for you guys. But if you have any other questions, anything I didn't cover, please let me know. I'm happy to do another co-sleeping video, or even talk about it on Instagram or even TikTok if it's something you guys are wanting to hear more about. But thank you so much for joining me with doing my little bit of laundry I needed to do. It wasn't a whole lot today. Thanks so much for watching, and I will see you guys next week. Bye!